All right, so we had a little break there because the camera was giving some trouble, but you were trying to tell me that it's correct to say socks. Why? Are you sure?
Yes.
Why are you sure?
Because I have a snake.
Because you have a snake? Let's think about it. You're giving me words, but why are you giving me those words?
Because they have to go to school and get an education.
All right, we know that. So we're trying to educate ourselves about a special sound. And what sound is that we're learning about?
S.
S is the letter. And what sound do we hear? Good. When I say sound, it's what you hear, not what you see. So you can see the letter. What letter are you seeing on the whiteboard?
Me.
No, what letter name is that? No. Tell me the letter name.
S.
The letter name is... No, I want you to tell me. We're looking for the... That's when you see it. You see the letter S. But what we're trying to learn is the sound. What do we hear? So when we say a word, we're trying to find out whether or not that word starts with the S sound. So you listen to that word, sound. Did you hear a special... What sound did you hear?
S.
You didn't hear the sound S. You heard the sound. What sound did you hear? Sound.
Sound.
Good, that's the word. What sound did you hear at the beginning? When I start saying the word, what sound did you hear? Say it loudly. Right, you heard sound. So what sound are we doing? Good. So we did that. So you were right. Your socks, you didn't tell me if you think it's still correct?
It's correct.
Why is it correct? Because it starts with the
Sound.
very good. It starts with the sound. So now we have one more thing that I think you didn't find on our little hunt yesterday.
Know.
Yes, what?
Socks.
Socks? Where are you seeing socks? All right. Anything else that has the sound?
Yes. Your jacket.
Your jacket? Let's see. Did we hear what sound? Let's say the word again.
Jacket.
Jacket. Did we hear the sound? So is jacket a word that starts with the sound?
No, ma'am.
No. But if I tell you this, sometimes we may be able to call that by a different name, and then it will have the sound. Let's look at it. Sometimes your mommy will tell you, make sure you put on your
Sweater.
Sweater. Your sweater. Now, would that be a word that has the sound? Let's say the word.
Sweater.
Sweater. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so which one would be the one that we're looking for with the sound? Jacket?
Yeah. No.
You have to tell me. I'm not telling you the answer. Why wouldn't it be jacket?
Because it's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
I don't know.
You don't know? Alright, what sound are we learning? So let's say the word jacket again.
Jacket.
No, we're not whispering, we're saying the word out loud.
Jacket.
Jacket. Do we hear the sound?
Yes. No.
Okay, now you need to take your time and not rush into an answer. So you can have a seat because we finished with our little hunt. And I want you to take your time and think. Jacket. Does jacket have the sound?
No.
Okay. Does sweater have the sound? So which one of the words would you think
Jacket.
would be the correct one if we're looking for sounds? Sweater or jacket?
Sweater.
Sweater. Why? Why would you say that?
That was B. That was C. That was S.
Think about it. We're not rushing into answers. We're not going to stop believing in ourselves. Even if we're not sure, we're not going to guess. We're going to think of some of the skills that we have, because you were able to pick out so many things already. You just need to remember what sound we're looking at today. We're remembering the sound. So I want you to tell me which one of the words has a sound. So here's what you're going to do for me. You're going to snap your finger every time I say a word and you hear the sound. Can you do that for me? All right. Sun, soup, star, t-shirt, sandwich, book, cup, cup. Right, so you see, we're not just snapping, we're listening for the
Sound.
for the sound. And what sound are we listening for? Good. So let's go again. All right. So we're gonna snap. Right, because snap has the
S.
no, snap doesn't. Great. Snap has the sound. Good. Let me see. Spray. Spanish. Why did you snap your finger?
Because it's a S.
Because good. I'm glad that you're correcting yourself. It's not because it's an S, because you heard the good. You heard the sound. Great correction, sweetie. Why did you snap? Why did you snap?
Because I'm getting better and better.
Right, you're getting better and better. And I'm glad that you're thinking and you're making some smart choices. Do you think that's a word that you should be snapping for? Smart? Why did you snap at smart?
Because I'm smiling.
Because you're smiling? No, because we were listening for the
Sound.
And what sound did we hear when you said smiling? Good. So you're using words. So I want you to listen carefully when you're saying words, to listen for the sound. So we're going to look at a book. Does that look like something that starts with a when you hear the word book? You see the letter S, but does book start with the sound? Does the word book start with the sound?
Yes. No.
Take your time because you're guessing. And I said we're not going to guess. We're going to stop and think before we answer. Remember, we have to make smart choices. So when you hear the word, say the word for me, book.
Book.
Did you hear the sound?
No.
All right, I didn't want you to shake your head. I want you to answer for me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so did you hear, say the word again?
Book.
Book. Does that have the sound?
No.
All right, but this is a special kind of book. This is a sticker book. Do you hear the sound? What word has the sound there? What word did I use that has a sound? It's not just a book, it's a
Sticker book.
sticker book. And what word did you hear that sound? Go ahead. You don't worry. I know you're a little concerned that you're seeing the camera. I want you to pretend that we're in a normal class without the camera. So you're going to answer for me just the same. I just want that I will be able to show you this again, and you'll see the really great work that you're doing as you begin to learn to read. So this is just for you to be able to look back at. This is not a test or for anybody to see what you know and what you don't know. No one is going to see this but you and I, so we can look back. Alright? So I want you to pretend that we're doing work like we normally do in class, okay? And don't shake your head. Good. So this is a sticker book. So do you hear the sound?
Yes.
Which word did I use? You hear this